So, and this kind of ties in, but it's not really on the list, but emergency generators, how many do we have in the city?
We have 8.
And how many are functioning today?
2.
2. And do we have plans on all 6 of those that aren't functioning at this point? Do we have things in motion to get them up and running?
Yeah, so the other 6, we have a problem with what's called the ATS switch. And those switches are all bad. They all need to be replaced. This is part of what we put in the grant that we didn't get, the ARPA grant that we didn't get. Our plan is to kind of approach this a few a year and get them all up and running. I do want to caveat one thing, Richard, that I told you in our conversation earlier about this that I learned later is not exactly true, and that is what the ATS switches do is they make the process automatic. Mm-hmm. There's actually only one generator that we couldn't manually turn on right now. And I already have a company looking at it to see if we can get it fixed. So all of the other 7 or all of the other 5 that we have broken ATS switches on, we could pull up and manually turn on the generator, all but one. Now, that still is not okay, because when that happens, our guy in the middle of the night gets a phone call, and then he's got to drive in and eventually get to the station. And during that time, that station has no power. And all 7 of those stations have generators for a reason, right? They have to work all the time. So while they're not completely inoperable, they have no automatic on them. And one of them is not operable at all.
And just for clarity, these are all for the sewer system?
Yes.
Okay. And so what I think I'm hearing you say is we don't currently have a plan to have them in full working condition, other than maybe sometime next year through budget.
Correct.
To be honest with you, I don't find that acceptable. So I don't know how the rest of the board feels, but they're designed to do certain things and they should be maintained to do so. Now, I don't know if we need to bring that up at another meeting or something like that, but when I found out about this, I found that amazing, to be quite honest.
What is the, if I could, Mr. Mayor, what is the, you said the ATS switch, right, which is basically the automatic on switch for layman's terms?
Yeah, so if Ameren power goes out, it's set up to automatically switch to the generator so that the station maybe just has a little bit of a blip, but.
Right, but you said you wanted to outsource this to have them fixed, right?
Well, yeah, we have to, yes.
So can we not make that a priority? Or, I mean, get, like, tomorrow? I'm not tomorrow, but I mean, let's not put this off. Obviously, the sewer is, I agree with Alderman Ross. I mean, we should move that up the priority schedule a little bit.
It's all directed by past department manager's request. So if Mike can go back to the drawing board and figure out where it can work out, where maybe Kevin wouldn't, then he can figure out a budget amendment and does that, you know,
Well,
I would say.
From what I gather, we knew about this, we put it in a grant we didn't get, and then we stopped. Is that accurate?
That seems to be probably what the department did.
Okay, I guess what matters most to me is getting fixed, I think, from what I hear from the board. I'll leave it at that.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. City Attorney, Goldberg.